Hello guys, I'm taking a look at the new map coming in 8.5 Pearl River. This is in a training room, so it's only me and Boss in the training room, and just drawing about the Pearl River map. I'm gonna speed this replay a little bit because well, it's gonna take quite long to take a look at the whole map, and I'm gonna only comment on the most interesting spots where most of the fighting will be done in. First up is the northern route on the map, which I think most of the heavies will take because it provides some artillery cover and some corners to do some peekaboo in. As you can see, it is quite hilly as most of the map, so it does favor guns with good gun depression. And right here you can see there's 3 ways going through this part of the map, and I'm thinking that most of the fighting will be up on this corner, at this rock, and that corner, and nobody's really going to use this middle rock because it's way too open. And well, let's speed up because I will just wait for Wasp here, and then we are gonna move together and take a look at the different spots in the map. Next up would be, well, after I get through these very interesting corners and rocks, is this bridge here, which I think actually might be a choke point if the team that starts here decides to just camp behind these buildings, which is totally doable. And yes, you can drive in water and you don't die if you are smart enough. And yeah, well, this could be a choke point. Would be kind of interesting what happens here. And well, we tested this later, and you can actually go to this bit and across that bridge there and go behind those buildings and come around from there. And yeah, well, just interesting spots that you probably won't use, but well, you never know. That's why I like going in training rooms and just well, take a look at the maps, especially the new ones. Uh, Next up, both of the bases are very open, as you can see in the mini-map, and not just that they're very open, well, most of the maps are, and well, once I get myself unstuck from there, well, you can notice that there could be enemies defending the base from there very easily. So, and well, I played this map once in a game, and well, that was happened. Enemy rushed to this zone, came to our camp, which was this base, and we just defended the base from there and killed all of them. So I think this will be interesting map for tank companies especially, because there's so many tactical possibilities too, and most of the map is actually quite open. So tanks from different well, if you be on this part of the map, you could easily uh, support the guys defending the base, or in the middle, or even here. Well, you get the idea. Situational awareness and some tactical decisions will be very important on this map. And fast tanks with good contribution, like the Leopard, will be favored. I don't expect there to be much fighting on that route because, well, what I think where the most of the fighting will take place is around this area, the middle, and up in the north. And that island there looks like to be a good spot for scout tanks to hide. As you can, there's a lot of bushes. Well, actually, this is really good for scout tanks because there's a lot of spots to go hide behind and spot enemies, and a lot of roads and small hills going all over the place where you can hide and flank. And well, overall, it's an interesting map. So what I think there will be some fighting over in this area. It should be interesting because there's not that much artillery cover. When you're gonna stay quite behind, you will get some from the middle if you're not careful, and well, you need some tanks here, so you won't get flanked from one direction. So anybody who has more tanks here will have the advantage, I would say. I'm just trying to see where I can get up and where not, because it's always fun to mess around in training rooms. And there's a lot of this kind of rocks in this map, which you can use as cover and do a bit peekaboo, hide from artillery and stuff like that. And speaking of artillery, I'm not really sure where artillery will be located on this map, because they will have a lot of possibilities. And it really depends where your team is going, because from the other, if you're on the weaker flank, you could get killed quite fast. And there's another interesting spot, by the way, very high hill where you can see most of the map. And yeah, well, we're actually talking about this pusher a little bit, because well, as you can see, you can easily shoot all of the gap. So if you would have somebody spotting the gap and the enemies are turned the gap, well, you can easily snap them from here. Yeah, already discussing some tank combating tactics with Wasp here. So if we happen to get this map in our tank companies, we will be a little prepared on the tactics on where to go. And yeah, that by the way, that was totally an accident. Totally. No, I would never do that. You know. Yeah, right. Moving on. Here could be another good spot to defend the base and spot the base. And well, that's almost all of the map. Let's look at the middle still. Which first, when I looked at the map, I thought nobody will go there, but there's actually, as you can see, a lot of houses here where you can hide behind, and this will be nice for mediums. As you can see, you have a good line of sight to the other flank, so yeah, very interesting. And when there's a possibility, you could go for the artillery or just flank everybody by going up there and flanking them. I don't think there will be a lot of gapping in this map, just because how open the bases are. Only maybe if it happens that the enemy team is right across the map, for example capping your base, then it would be a possibility. And yeah, I thought you could destroy that small house, but turns out you can't. And yeah, these pushers here could be interesting for your scouts. As you can see, there's a lot of them, and I don't think anybody will get close enough to spot you actually, so really interesting. And again, looking at the bases, you could easily defend the base from here. And well, the rest of the replay is just us messing around at this part, me trying to get up here, and yeah, well, if you want to watch this, I'll just let it play. But yeah, just looking at the bushes also, see if it's possible to hide behind them, and me trying desperately get up here, and I finally do. Very stupid thing to do in a random battle path in a training room. It's fun. Anyway, that's that for this map. And well, actually, I just remembered how this replay ends, so I will let you look at it. And actually, we are testing the cupolas of the Leopard right now. Turns out what I thought earlier about them, if you shoot at them and you don't hit the veerpod, they just go through. There are no hitboxes. You can't hit the cupolas, and your commander will never get killed. You can only destroy the veerpods. But if you hit around there, and I think it was this shot that killed my gunner, And yeah, just an interesting thing. If you have to, for some absurd reason, have to shoot the cupolas, shoot this one, it seems to be easier to hit because of this boat in the front of it. But well, very well. The tank is a weak spot itself, so it doesn't matter really. And you can actually see how accurate the Leopard is, because my gunner is dead, but as you can see, I can easily still shoot Wasp. And yeah, well, here's the ending. Wasp is trying to kill himself. I don't want him to do that, so I jump on top of him. Well, I try to, and go over him, and end up dying myself. I hope you enjoyed the look at the Pearl River map. If you're interested, I'm gonna let up play another replay. We were playing T50s and we climb this hill here and this bridge here. Uh, well, some funny stuff there, so if you're interested in watching that, just keep on watching. If you just wanted to take a look at the map, well, that's that for you. I will let you enjoy the rest of the video. See you guys later.